We're not even talking on air, we're talking off air too. Covering a lot of subjects in
Absolutely.
hour and 15 minutes here, my friend. And you have a great following on YouTube. We were just talking about the future and putting together videos and things that people are doing. My show, how I can take that to another level. Tell us about all the great tips, all the followers, and all the presence you have.
Yeah, I think the thing now is, it's like anything. I think if you let it grow organically, and especially with YouTube now, like if you want to fix a small little part in my grill, I'll Google, how to fix a charbroil grill. What kind of what kind of screw do I need? And sure enough, you'll find a video on it. So I think the smaller the niche, the better in a sense for YouTube stuff. And if you stick to that niche and keep it consistent, and especially when it's a hobby, you don't have any expectations to make a lot of money at it or anything. Just similar to the music business, you do it because it's your passion and your hobby. And if you do that enough, and then eventually it grows organically, and people will naturally start following you, whether it's YouTube or other social platforms. And if you build enough presence, you can start monetizing those streams on YouTube. So that's what I was telling you, is that you could easily put the show, make a video version of it, and make the video and put the video on YouTube, and then it gets more interactive. People can watch it all the time, and just kind of keep doing that, and eventually get more and more followers, and it makes it more interactive, and you can have a lot of fun with it. I think with the coronavirus thing, it's obviously it's a very rare, weird time for us, but luckily right now we have so much technology right now, so you can really kind of use your creative ideas and really try to make the best of it, and just really kind of grow your passion first. So everything I do, I have so many random ideas I'm constantly thinking of, and I always think of my passion first and money far second. Because if it's your passion, the money is not as important. And then if the money comes, that's always a bonus. But yeah, just keep growing your passion, and then if it's fun, if you add value to others, people will like it, and then eventually you might start being able to get a revenue stream off of it as well.
What I liked about watching you on the Zoom type is, and a lot of the people out there, you guys are real. You're opening the box, you're plugging it in, and you're doing it in real time with us. And mistakes, I love that real life of the internet today. We have Facebook, we can type, but that's one thing. But when you're live on camera and trying to help people, it really comes off. You can just tell the sincereness of the people.
Yeah, that's the thing that you see a lot, like, because all the big, corporate TV shows, and or even like the interviews, like when you watch like an interview, it's like a quick 2-minute interview like on the late night show,
right?
And they're fun to watch, and they're always cool, but it's always just, you can't really get into the nitty gritty of the artist, and plus it's a corporate show, so you're kind of tied down by all these, like, well, our sponsors don't want us talking about this, or we have to keep it short, or we have to keep it, we can't talk about this, we can only talk about this. So when you have your own show like yours, you have so much artistic freedom, and so if you can really just, you can really expand your creative side a lot more, and really make it more organic. And people, I think in this day and age, I think people are really more gravitated towards that more organic, realness, and value building. I think people are a lot smarter now with sensing like kind of fakiness, or like if someone's just trying to make money, or they're trying to make a video just to make money. So I think if you're real, and if you're passionate about something, and you're offering value, people gravitate towards that. Especially now, everyone's stuck in their homes, so everyone's always on YouTube and finding things to watch and entertain themselves.
Well, your presence is so huge. I mean, you got millions of viewers and followers on YouTube and everything you've been doing. Yeah, you've been building it for quite a long time.
That's the thing. It's like, to me, it's kind of like, it's kind of like, remember back when like Tickle Me Elmo was big. There's always random toys that just blow up for no reason, and no one really knows why or how they blew up or why they're popular. But so it's the same thing for a viral video. It's like everyone wants to have a viral video, but there's no recipe to it. It's the same thing with the music business. It's like, how do I make a hit song? It's like, well, if you want to make a hit song, you're not really in the music business. If you're in the music business, you want to write music that you like and that other people like, and that's the number one goal. But if you write a song that becomes popular, if you do a video that becomes popular, that's just that's more of a secondary benefit, and so you kind of just do your thing, and if people like it, that's great. And then and you're not going to please everybody. I think as you get more and more popular for any industry, as you get more and more views, more and more comments, there's always going to be positive comments and negative comments, with anything. So you kind of just do your thing and stay positive, and just do your thing, and I think good things will happen. And you don't really worry about the money, and then if the money comes, that's great as well.
Well, the realness, like you, Joe, I was just at my Humagoo email, and almost about a year and a half ago, you sent me out of the blue this guy with this Humagoo song or show. I'm going to share my music with him. And that's how it all happened. There was no promoters behind this. Betsy Brown promoters provided me with the jams, but that day it was directly from you. And I'm like, wow, and that touches me directly that you're sharing it with my little old show, not knowing what it is, what you're doing, And that's what comes out with probably all the people that love to watch you on the videos, your genuine kindness, too. You're sharing.
Yeah, and everyone's different, Like, I feel like, especially now with the social media stuff, like, you see a lot of it, like on the whole, like, everyone's like, there's a whole demographic of people trying to make the prettiest selfie and the prettiest pose, and I think people are so kind of sick of seeing the duck face pose and, trying to look pretty, and, just, they're trying too hard to fake something that you're not. So I think if you just, it sounds cliche, but just be yourself. Because everyone is different and individual. Even as musicians, whether we play covers or originals, we just be ourselves, and we stay humble, and just do our thing. And there's always gonna be ups and downs in life. But it sounds cliche, but I think that's really the ticket. Is just follow your passion and keep doing what you're doing, because when you follow your passion, then you never get bored. I have an 8-year-old son, and I remember when I was a kid, if you're having fun, whether you're playing Legos or video games, you'll do it for hours without even thinking about it. But then all of a sudden, if I say, all right, time to clean your room, it's like, oh man, so now it's not fun. But what is work? What is a passion? If you're passionate about something, it's never work. You're creative, and there's no boundaries. So yeah, that's how I try to live my life is passion first, and then everything else second. But I do music for the last 6 years. I've been doing music full time as my living, paying my mortgage and supporting my family. So then it kind of gets kind of tricky, because now you have to have that balance of paying your bills as well. So everything I do is every little project I have, I make a little business plan. Like, hey, what is my goal, my passion first, and then I want to do this project with this passion. But now how can I do it where I can be able to pay my bills along with it? So then I use that as a secondary guideline when I'm writing my business plan idea.
Yeah, because with the family, at the end of the day, it is about that, the money you're providing through your life and career, I guess, to be able to do that. Yeah,
and that's just kind of that's just the society, the life we live in. There's obviously bills and everything. So, but yeah, it's interesting. There's pros and cons of being a full-time musician versus a part-time musician, but I think for me personally, for my work ethic, I'm one of those guys where if I'm working something that I'm passionate about, I work 24 hours a day, and I constantly write down ideas and different projects. And then if I'm working for a job that I'm not 100% passionate about, I become the worst work ethic. So it's hard for me to even focus. So I kind of had to force myself to become a full-time musician because I'm more productive that way, and then I can just think of ways how to monetize my projects to pay the bills along the way. And if the bills are paid, I'm happy, and I can keep pursuing my passionate projects.
Well, speaking of that, that's one of the things today now, what's going on in the world. So many of your friends, artists, are suffering today. The unknown, the money. When I started doing these chats a couple weeks ago, I didn't know what to say when it all first started shutting down. It was like this show would kind of be happy on my music, talking to people that, their livelihood is taken away. So we have not forgot about that, or I have not, and trying to just bring some love and humor, I guess, through the music here, Joe. All the people suffering today.
Yeah, man, I for me personally, I've definitely had like a emotional roller coaster up and down. Like you go through, because that's how I made my living, and I know so many musicians that make their living, whether it's a local level or national or international level, performing music. And then on top of that, there's all other industries, from bartenders, waitresses, bar owners, venue owners, gym owners. There's so many industries that are down. So yeah, for me personally, it's funny because I'll go through like a positive, optimistic phase, like, oh, it'll be fine, and then all of a sudden one day I'm just like, and I just feel very down and pessimistic. I'm like, oh man, this is not going to be good. So you can't help it, but that's part of being human, is just feeling those emotions up and down. So, but yeah, I think at the end of the day, you can't control what you can't control, and when stress comes in, stress is emotions are normal, but I think when stress comes, when you have too much stress, it kind of clouds your judgment. It makes you crabby. It makes you not think clearly. So you try to manage those stresses. You try to count your blessings and stay positive. And cause there's so many other people out there that are so much worse than we are. I feel really bad for a lot of the senior citizens. Actually about 10 minutes before you called me today, I actually just wrote a grant to perform or to perform and hire a bunch of performers to play old country classic music for senior citizens in different senior citizen homes. And I wanted to make a little kind of a YouTube channel and find a way to stream those to different senior living centers around the area. So I just wrote a grant for that recently. So I think for me personally, like as musicians, you kind of get a high by performing your music, but I think also, especially for blues, it's more that give and take. You want the customer interaction and everything, so we kind of miss that. But so for me, I almost felt like I needed to have a purpose. I felt kind of guilty just playing music, even though I like it, but I want to try to almost have more of a purpose, like I'm giving back. Even though, for me, I haven't had a paycheck in 6 weeks and with no unemployment or anything. So, I'm not doing too well there, but there's so many more people that are doing, not as well as me. So I feel like if I can try to help maybe senior citizens that are probably even more worried or unhealthy right now, if I could try to help them play some music for them or stream these videos to senior living centers, that's just by the thought of that kind of helped. It kind of boosted my positive energy a little bit more. So it kind of gave me more of a reason to be inspired and motivated to do something throughout the day. So those are some things that I'm personally working on, is trying to help other people, because that kind of helps me. It feels like I'm kind of doing something versus just helping myself.
Yeah, I saw that project. I saw you post that about online, and myself, like my mother loves to play, Bob Marley, 83 years old.
Cool.
Loves the beat, I had to tease a Mom, that's Bob Marley. You know what I mean? It's like, it's funny, but yes, music. Seniors are sitting there. Myself, I thought about that too, because music, as Pete Townsend would say, God lives in the notes of the music. I've always believed that the vibrations and every civilization all through time, and yourself and passing that on.